Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Paul's Cinema Picks of the Week. And this one is a special commemorative edition as it is Remembrance Day on Monday. So right now I'd like to have a minute of silence. Okay, and I have some films now to show you that commemorate the Remembrance Day theme. And first one here is called Flyboys, and this is about the Escadrille pilots. These are the young pilots that flew during the First World War in France, during the First World War, of course. And James Franco is in this one, Jean Reno. And I found it to be a very, very good, authentic film dealing with this historical time period. And there's plenty of plane action, like the airplane. The scenes with the airplanes is just extraordinary. And this is certainly one of the best war films for looking at the First World War. And I would strongly recommend it. This is definitely one of your better known films. And yes, and this DVD here is 2-disc, and you get a documentary with it on the Escadrille pilots, and you get some behind the scenes and deleted scenes and trailers. You know, all the good stuff that you would get on a DVD. But yes, for commemorating a historical piece such as the First World War, this is one of the better films of the modern age, or today. Second one here we have is one of the most well-known films of all. It's called Pearl Harbor, and you have like an all-star cast in this one. You have Ben Affleck, you have Kate Beckinsale, you have Josh Hartnett, you have Alec Baldwin, and you even have Cuba Gooding Jr. in this one. And this is about the Pearl Harbor attack and like the lead up to the Pearl Harbor attack, and then the scene where the Pearl Harbor attack happens, like the Japanese planes blowing up all the ships and stuff. It's like the Flyboys one. You get some good flying action in this one, and you get some get a little bit of romance. There's a romantic triangle that takes place in this film that isn't totally historically accurate, and when you watch a movie like this, you can't really always look at just the historically accurate stuff, because some of it's not going to be totally accurate. The scene where the Pearl Harbor attack happens is more of the backdrop, the romance mainly the focus. And I sort of compared this to Titanic in that way, like through the romance and stuff, and then the historical happenings happening as a background. But yeah, this is certainly one that you would pick. I would suggest getting the DVD because the VHS ones are a little hard to find now. So if you can find this on DVD or Blu-ray, that'd be great. And check it out, because you definitely won't be disappointed in this film. And it comes with a documentary a little bit afterward, and mostly from National Geographic or the History Channel, stuff like that. But yeah, it's certainly one that I would watch. And then I have a 50 movie pack, which is all the war classics you can get, and you get at least 50 war films, and you get some documentaries. Well, it's mostly documentaries in this one, I noticed, because a lot of the stuff that was on this are like, you get some films like Gung Ho and Kansas Pacific, stuff like that, and various other films. And then you get all these documentaries and stuff like was going on, like the Pearl Harbor incident that happened, and you get some real authentic footage of it too. And you get After Mein Kampf, which is basically stuff like Hitler and in his home, and you get other documentaries on here. It's a little hard to see the certain ones that, but you get a lot of the really good documentaries, and it's good for the history buff as well as the movie buff. So if you want to learn about the war, for instance, it's a good way to learn about the First World War and the Second World War. And I think your dad or your grandfathers or mothers or whatnot, anybody that was involved in the war, would probably find this set interesting. So yeah, 50 War Classics DVD collection. Well, that's it for the Remembrance Day stuff. So we definitely thank you, and we did give a salute to the soldiers, the fallen ones, the ones that gave their life for us, that we have a free country. And this is Paul Westbrook reminding you to like and subscribe to this channel so that we bring you all this wonderful movie stuff and more discussion on DVDs and VHSs or whatever you want to talk about, or Blu-rays even. And for now, good night, and I'll be seeing you at the movies.